Hello and welcome back, everyone. It's great to have you here today because today, we got a fascinating story to share. And trust me, this one you won't want to miss. Today's story involves a wedding, but not the kind of wedding you expect. It's about a bride, her dream wedding, and her sister, who, well, let's say, had her own ideas of what should happen. So let's get into it.
My family's pressuring me to give my little sister my dream wedding venue because she needs it more than me because she's pregnant. For some background, my fiance and I have been together for 8 years, engaged for 3. I know what you're thinking. A 3-year engagement, that's insane. But it makes sense. I was in school for the beginning part of our engagement, and I didn't want to deal with wedding planning while also in school. And also, I have a dream wedding venue, okay? This has been my dream wedding venue since I was a little girl, and I checked in as soon as I got engaged to see what dates were available, and there was a 3-year wait list. I talked to my fiance, and he said that since this venue was so important to me, he was totally fine doing a long engagement.
Okay.
Call me extra if you want, but I could not imagine myself getting engaged anywhere else except for this venue. It's literally been on every single one of my Pinterest boards since I was 9. So 3 years ago, my fiance and I booked my dream venue for January 2025. Only in a few months.
That's in a few months.
Everything's basically booked. We have all of our vendors, the caterers, the photographer, everything. We are ready to go.
Okay.
Here's where the drama starts. Yesterday, my family threw a big family barbecue for our entire extended family, and that is where my little sister announced that she was expecting with her fiance. Everyone was really excited for them. We all love my little sister's fiance. He's a great guy. They were supposed to be getting married at the end of 2025, and that's when my grandma asked, hey, so you still planning to get married at the end of 2025? You're going to have a newborn. And that's when my little sister says that they actually want to push up their wedding to January. Yes, January. Yeah, that's when I'm getting married. if you guys forgot about that. I didn't say anything. No big deal. I can share my wedding month. I'm not that much of a bridezilla, and I get it. I mean, I don't really get why she couldn't get married.
I wouldn't. If I've been waiting 3 years for this damn venue, ain't no way I'm sharing my wedding month. Ain't no freaking way. Sister, I love you. Ain't no way. Dude, I've been waiting for 3 years. And you're taking my month? Fuck off.
In February or March, but whatever. She's pregnant. She wants to get married as soon as possible. But obviously when my little sister says January, we all are kind of taken aback because that is soon. So my grandma responds,
2 months.
well, do you have anything planned? Where are you going to have this wedding? And that's when my little sister turns to me with big puppy dog eyes.
No.
She says to me, yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you about, Kels. We were hoping that we could just kind of take your venue. Take my venue, my dream venue that I've waited 3 years for, and she knows this. She knows this has been my dream venue. She's known it was my dream venue since I was 9 years old and she was 7, okay? So this ask is not a small ask. And she's obviously putting me on the spot in front of our entire family. So we're just expecting me to cater to my little sister like everyone does.
You say no, girl. You
She's
say
the baby
no.
of the family, the youngest of all the cousins, so she's always gotten everything she's wanted. So they're just looking at me like, oh, what a nice thing to do for your little sister.
No.
No, okay? I'm nice, but I'm not that nice. After a few seconds of me not saying anything, she continues. She's like, everything that you've planned for your wedding so far is absolutely stunning, and it's just going to be too stressful for me to try to plan something right now while I'm pregnant. So I just think that would be the right thing for you to do, to just give me your venue and all the things you have planned. Not only does she want the venue, yet she wants my caterer, she wants my makeup artist. She just wants to take my wedding, boop, switch out the bride and groom. It's them. That's what she wants.
No.
We can just send little updated invitations that say that there's going to be a different bride and groom, right? It's that easy. That's when my little sister's fiance jumps in and he's like, we talked about this. We said we weren't going to put her on the spot. And my little sister looks at him and is like, don't be like that. Of course she's going to give the venue to her little sister. We're not putting her on the spot. I mean, yeah, you are putting me on the spot. Then my little sister says, Kels just wants what's best for me. It's no big deal, right? And finally I respond. I'm like, Yeah, it kind of is a big deal.
It is.
And not getting the immediate yes that she expected from me causes her to lose it. She bursts into tears and runs out of the family barbecue. And everyone's looking at me with the most disappointed looks, like I'm the villain.
No,
And
you're not.
that's when the disapproving comments start. My grandma calls me selfish. My mom is like, Kels, you waited 3 years to get married. Would it have really been that bad to just wait a few more months?
No.
Do you not get that it wouldn't be a few more months? In order for me to have that venue, I'd have to wait another 3 years.
Yeah.
I did not wait 3 years to get married just so that I could then not have that venue. And I'm not waiting another 3 years to get married. That's absolutely absurd. If it would have been easy enough for me to just plan another wedding at my venue, I would have done it for her, even though it's an extra request. But it's just not feasible. My dad calls me that night, and my mom and my little sister are both on the other line. He tells me that, why should it matter where I get married? It doesn't matter what the venue is. All that matters is that I'm getting married to the person I love. Okay, if the venue doesn't matter, then why can't my little sister just pick up something that has an opening in January? There's lots of venues that have last-minute openings in January, just not one that she would want. I tell my family, I'm like, listen, I will help her plan her wedding, but she's not going to use my venue.
Yeah.
She's going to have to get her own. And that's when she starts losing it on the phone. She's sobbing. She's like, this is so unfair. You always get everything you want. I'm sorry. Should we
little
do
sister
a
issues,
recap of
man.
our childhood? Because that is not the case, Missy. My parents are like, Kels, just do this one thing for your little sister. When has she ever asked you for anything? First of all, she asks me for everything all the time. And when she's not asking me for things, it's because she's already gotten them from asking for my parents. I said it's pretty clear that she just wants my wedding. She wants all of my planning and my venue and all of the work I've put in. The easiest solution to me is if she wants my wedding venue so badly, why doesn't she get on the wait list for 3 years? And by the time it's her wedding, she won't be pregnant anymore. Look at that.
Amen.
The drama that this has caused is absolutely absurd. Certain members of my family are threatening to not even go to my wedding because they say I'm being selfish and I'm causing my sister so much unneeded stress during her pregnancy. My fiance's family is super angry at my family for even bringing this up as an issue.
And invite your
again,
family.
They've all made plans to attend our wedding. It would be a huge inconvenience for their family to change all of these plans as well.
Exactly.
I don't know what to do because I am not about to give up my venue, but also I don't want my little sister to be upset. And I also don't want my family not coming to my wedding.
Oh my gosh. F your sister. Oh my gosh. Oh hell no. You waited 3 whole years for your wedding. You better not. You better not give your sister your venue. Oh my gosh. If I'm waiting 3 years for a freaking venue, how dare you? How dare you ask for my... Oh my gosh. Thank God I have a little brother, because if I have a little sister and my little sister said that shit, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. This is the Jersey in me. You're getting slapped. You are getting slapped, baby. I'm so sorry. What is the comment saying? Do not give up your venue. Stand your ground. She is standing her ground. She's not going to give up her venue. F the sister. So if the sister also books this venue and let's say she has to wait 2-3 years, their kid can be the ring bearer or the flower girl. I think that's a win-win for me. You know what? You have extra couple of years to lose the baby weight too, so you can fit in your wedding dress again. I think that's perfect. Go apply to your sister's venue. Okay, you go wait for your 3 years. All right. And then you get married. Don't make your sister wait. That's rude. Rude. Okay, what else? My anger issues can't stand that. Stand for yourself, girl. Don't ever give your dream wedding venue. Exactly. That's so fucked up of her sister, though. Her sister knows that this is her wedding venue, and she has the audacity to be like, oh, is it okay if I can have your whole wedding? If they wait the 3 years, the child could be in the wedding. That's exactly what I'm saying. Their kid can be in the freaking wedding. Wait, okay? I want to see if there's an update. Let me see if there's an update with it.
2,000 years later.
There is an update. There is an update, you guys. Okay, let's see.
My family is trying to pressure me to give my dream wedding venue to my little sister because she needs it more than me and is pregnant. If you haven't seen part 1 to this story time, go watch that first and then come back here because there's some very necessary background that you need to know. A day after all of this went down at the family barbecue, my sister's fiance actually calls me. Now, I was not expecting to get a call from him because
Fiance.
I expected that he would be giving me the silent treatment as well. But he actually called me to apologize for the inconvenience. He told me that him and my sister had discussed it, and they agreed that they were not going to bring this up at the family barbecue. The man is sane and has a conscience, so he actually was not on board with even asking me in the first place. He has seen me plan this wedding for multiple years and knows it's my dream wedding venue, and was just like, I don't want to have a wedding and feel uncomfortable the whole time, knowing that in order for us to get married,
That's a good man. That's a good man. She got a good man right there.
He told me that this has caused a huge conflict between him and my sister because, you know, it is in her nature to be selfish. She feels like she's entitled to everything. But he said that the way that she's handling it is just making him rethink a lot of things about their relationship. He's moved out. He's not even staying in their house anymore. And apparently she's blaming me for all of this. So glad he gave me that heads up. My dad has sent me multiple texts since the barbecue saying, I hope you're happy. Your sister hasn't stopped crying since yesterday. I can't believe that you would potentially ruin her marriage.
Oh my gosh, she
Ruin anybody's
didn't.
marriage, okay? Leave me out of it. My fiance and I made the decision to boot my little sister from my wedding party and instead replace her with my aunt, who was the only family member at the barbecue that took my side.
Good.
I'm still deciding if I want to boot my family as a whole from the wedding.
You should.
Like every single person that wasn't supportive at the barbecue.
You should.
I mean, I don't want the drama, but also I want my family there. Apparently, my mom took it upon herself to call my fiance's family and explain why it would be for the best that my little sister got the venue because she needs it way more than me.
Oh, yeah?
My future father-in-law tells it like it is, and he ripped my mom apart. He told her that it is the most ridiculous thing ever asking this, and that she's going to lose me entirely if she keeps playing favorites.
Exactly.
In these situations, it can be really hard to stand up for yourself, so shout out to my father-in-law for doing what needed to be done. Of course, my mom calls me telling me how terrible my father-in-law is and how he's so mean and that she can't even be at a wedding if he's going to be there.
Then
Is
don't
he really
come.
the villain here? Really, take a look in the mirror. Think about who the villain is in this story. The whole thing just seems like a bad soap opera at this point, if I'm being honest.
It really is.
My little sister did see part 1 of this story time and read the comments, and yeah, she's not happy. She says that she hates the way that I'm painting her out to be loony and misinterpreting facts. Like,
What are the
girl,
facts?
what am I misinterpreting? She said this whole thing is totally unfair, that she asked me nicely for my wedding venue because we're family and I love her and I should do this for her to be nice.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Okay, I didn't. I'm sorry. I can't even take this seriously. Also, what is nice about throwing a temper tantrum about this entire thing? She made a point to note that the opinions of strangers on the internet doesn't matter because this is about family and I should prioritize doing what's going to make my family members happy. Okay, wait. Let's turn this around. What you're doing isn't going to make me very happy.
Exactly.
So why do I only have to be the one to make everybody else happy? That's not how that works. I sent her a text and said, listen, I'm sorry that this entire situation is upsetting you. It's upsetting me as well. But I didn't mischaracterize anything. I didn't exaggerate anything. I didn't even really talk about your tone or the way you phrased certain things. I made you look better. I told her that I was sick of bending to her will and that I've spent my entire life being her doormat. Does she remember every single birthday I had to share with her because she would throw a temper tantrum if I got to open a present and she didn't, even on my birthday?
Oh, girl.
Or the fact that she would cry and beg until I would fill out job applications for her, do her chores, literally do any job that she needed to get done.
No.
Does she remember how she ruined my entire graduation because she just wanted to make it about herself? I remember. I told her that I was done. I admitted that I had spoiled her and contributed to the issue, but I wasn't going to do it anymore.
Good for you.
I spent so much time planning my wedding, and I wasn't just going to gift it to her simply because she wanted it and she felt like she was entitled to it.
You go, girl.
If she wanted to ruin our entire relationship on this, go for it. I'm not going to lose sleep at night knowing that I did nothing wrong. And do you think that she sent a mature, understanding response?
No, she didn't.
Of course not. She responds, wow, you must love me very much. Okay. The gaslighting, the manipulation. Then you know what she does? She blocks me. The girl blocks me.
Good.
My own sister. Okay.
You don't need her.
I won't get any more annoying texts from you. But she did unblock me this morning to send me screenshots between her and my wedding planner. Yep. My wedding planner. The screenshot showed a text from my wedding planner to my little sister that said, "Hi dear, just got the text from your mom confirming that we want to switch the venue." What? Oh, confirming what? She told my little sister that she was going to need to come in to re-sign contracts to change the names. Wait, I need to be there, right? Like, they can't do that without me being present, I don't think. Then my little sister responds, "Perfect, I'll be there in a little bit." Oh, you better not be anywhere except sitting your butt on the couch and thinking about your actions. I've been hitting up my wedding planner absolutely non-stop with 0 replies, so that's great. So yeah, kind of freaking out about that one. And if I know my little sister, this is not the only trick she's going to have up her sleeve to try and get her way. I'm done being nice about this situation. If she wants me to be the villain, I'll be the villain.
Oh my gosh, this story is getting crazy. Oh, hell no. She did not go to your wedding planner. No, she did not go to your wedding planner. I need to know more. I need to know more. Update number 2. Oh my gosh, guys. I need to know what happened after the sister freaking went to talk to her wedding planner. I need to know. This girl is crazy. Oh my gosh, we have an update. We have an update. We have an update. We have an update. Guys, get your popcorns. This is so freaking good.
My family is trying to pressure me to give my little sister my wedding venue because she's pregnant and needs it more than me. If you haven't seen the other 2 parts of this story time, go watch those first and then come back here because
guys, this story is so
honesty.
freaking good.
I was acting like my wedding planner's crazy ex-girlfriend with the amount of times I was calling this woman. It was constant. I was leaving her so many texts, emails, every form of communication. I found her LinkedIn, DM'd her on there. Wasn't hearing back from her. And in the middle of trying to get a hold of my wedding planner, I actually get a call from my older brother who literally never calls me. So I was like, oh no, this is not going to be good.
Oh no.
He lives out of state and he was not at the barbecue where all of this happened. So I knew that he needed to be filled in.
Older brother got involved,
As soon as I answered, he was like, "Kels, what is going on? Because this whole situation seems really out of character for you." Out of character for me? What do you mean? That's when he tells me the story that he heard about the situation, which was from my parents who told him that I had offered to give my little sister my venue previous to the family barbecue. And then when she asked at the family barbecue, I said no to humiliate her in front of everybody. I was like, okay, nope. Nope. That is not what happened. I never offered to give her that venue. And the first time she asked me was in front of everybody. Okay. She put me on the spot. He immediately believed me and was like,
okay,
yeah, that makes
good.
a lot more sense knowing our family. It was actually such a great phone call. We talked for a while about our parents' behavior, and he told me that one of the reasons he actually chose to move away was because of the way that our parents treated him and always favored my little sister and really treated us like we don't matter. I spent the rest of the day calling all of my wedding vendors and making sure that we had passwords set with all of them.
Oh,
so
very
that
good, very
my
good.
My mom and my little sister couldn't just go and switch everything around. I also canceled the caterer that my parents were paying for because I did not want them having a hand in any part of my wedding at this point, and I didn't want there to be a possibility that they could ruin anything last minute. As I'm on the phone
invite
with
your
one of my
parents.
vendors, I see that I'm getting an incoming call from my wedding planner, and I tell them, listen, I gotta go. I'll call you back. I gotta go.
Okay.
She was super apologetic for not getting back to me and was horrified about the whole situation. She told me that she hadn't talked to my mom or my little sister about any of this. Yep, that's right. My little sister faked those text messages.
Oh my gosh!
But she did it. I'm sorry, but how messed up do you have to be to do something like that? The only purpose of her doing that was just to mess with me and to make me upset? What was she getting out of that? Just lying to me. My wedding planner feels so bad about the whole situation and has actually offered to provide me security at my wedding
Yes.
for a huge discounted cost, which me and my fiance, yeah, we took her up on that very quickly.
Okay, good.
Let me tell you, my little sister has been absolutely insane on social media. She's been posting updates all over her Facebook page about the situation, trying to make everybody feel bad for her, obviously lying about the facts to make it seem like I'm in the wrong. And her
makes
friends are
sense.
just as bad because they've been harassing me on social media like nobody's business. I've had to block all of them on all forms of social media. But that wasn't enough for those girls. They came and egged my car. Yep, egged my car. Didn't know people still did that at our age, but apparently they do. But
They're kids.
honestly, here's the part that made me the most upset. I get a call from my parents after not talking to them for a few days, and they asked me if we could sit down and talk. I wasn't sure about it, but my fiance and I decided that we would invite them over and we would hear what they had to say.
Okay.
When they show up, it was clear that my mom had been crying, so I actually felt bad for all of 10 minutes.
Okay, good,
Because
good. Don't
after
feel
the
bad.
awkward small talk, we started getting into the issue, and it went probably as well as you would expect it to go. The first thing my dad asked about was why we canceled the caterers, and I said it was because I didn't want them having anything to hold over our head. And they looked at me so shocked, like they couldn't even believe that I would ever think that they would hold anything over my head. My dad acted like he was so hurt that I would go to that extent to make sure they couldn't ruin my wedding. And my mom was like, it is so disrespectful. You did that without talking to us. I was like, honestly, I'm not the one that's been disrespectful here.
It's disrespectful that you favorite the little daughter that you have and making me give her my venue and my whole wedding. That's what's disrespectful. You need to uninvite your parents. Get your security guards and uninvite your parents. Love ya. I didn't want your caterer. You needs to go. I could not hold that anymore. I'm so sorry. You tried to watch the whole thing, but sheesh, your parents. Okay, we move on. We continue.
Have you seen your behavior over the last few days? That's when we start to argue about the venue again. My dad just continues to say, it shouldn't matter where you're getting married. It matters who
does.
you're getting married to. The venue shouldn't
does
matter
matter.
that much to you.
It does.
And I hit him back with, you know what? That's so funny that only applies to me and not to my little sister. Because by your logic, it shouldn't matter where she gets married as long as she gets married to her fiance, right? I actually looked, and other venues are open in January. And if she wants to get married even sooner, she can just go to City Hall. I have never seen my dad's face get so red. And my mom, of course, starts crying again. And that's when I say, well, I'm waiting for your reasoning. My dad just slams his hands down on the table and starts going on this rant about how loving families need to make sacrifices and do things to make each other happy. And it's just what you have to do for your family. I just respond, yeah, like how you tried to make me happy on my graduation when my little sister threw a temper tantrum and ruined the entire thing because she wasn't getting her way. If y'all want that story time, let me know. Because
Damn, this
it was
sister
actually
is a
insane.
brat.
Then my mom starts trying to guilt trip me. She's like, why do you hate us so much? I was like, you know what? I could ask y'all the same thing. My mom also goes on and on about how upset my little sister is and how this whole thing is ruining her life. That's a little dramatic if you ask me. Apparently, she's just crying all day, not leaving the house, and her fiance
She'll be
is
fine.
not speaking to her. Okay,
I
literally
understand.
the consequences of her own actions. That is not my problem. I was like, do you want me to feel bad for this girl? Do you know the stunt she pulled with my wedding planner? And I told them, and they weren't even fazed. Of course they weren't fazed. My dad was like, you know, she just needs more attention, and we need to be a little more gentle with her because she's the youngest. Okay, she's being a bad person.
What?
I'm not going to be more gentle with her and allow her to be a bad person. I told my parents that the clear favoritism was absolutely out of control at this point and that it's actually just affecting my everyday life and I wasn't going to put up with it anymore. Of course, they were shocked. They were like, no, we love all of our children equally. But y'all know I came with receipts. So that's when I pulled out my list that I made of all of the times that my parents ignored my needs to cater to my little sister, or all the times they just didn't treat me well. Once I was done, they were just looking at me absolutely speechless, which I've never seen before. They always have something to say. My fiance told them that they should probably leave at that point, and they did. They got out of there. Yeah, haven't spoken to my parents since then. Unfortunately, I know the drama's not going to end there because multiple of my sister's friends have made comments that my little sister has a lot of surprises in store for me. I have no idea what that means, but I'm sure I'm going to find out.
Oh my gosh, when's our wedding? January? We need to do a part 2 of this, and we need to find out what happens in her wedding. I hope she has an update for her wedding day. If her sister comes in there and freaking sabotages the wedding, if the freaking security guard throws her away or something, I needs to know. The tea is so good. The updates were so great. The little sister, oh my gosh, you know why? The little sister has been so spoiled with the mom and dad for all these years. You know what? That's what happens when your kids are spoiled. When your kid gets everything they want and they finally don't get it, they go crazy. So note to all the parents that spoils their little ones, do not spoil them too much. They need to be humbled. They need to learn what no is, because this poor girl can't even have a great time planning her wedding. Her wedding's literally in 2 months. Even less. It's like a couple of weeks away. It's in January 6th or something. But I cannot wait for the future updates on Kels Gordon. I cannot wait. I want to know more. I want to see more. It was just so damn good. Kels, good luck on your wedding. I wish the best for you. And I am so sorry that you've been having the roughest couple of weeks about your sister, about your family. You know what? If you're not gonna invite them, I think you shouldn't. They don't deserve it, and you don't deserve to have the stress of having them in your wedding and having to worry if they're going to ruin your wedding. So I give you the bestest of luck and all my love and congratulations. And girl, your makeup, flawless. Oh, I think that's all I'm gonna do today, guys. That is one beautiful video right there. I'm gonna have to go. I'm probably gonna need to take a bath and just like relax and just like think about my current wedding and see what I'm gonna do. And if somebody messes with my wedding the way they mess with Kelsey, I swear, if anybody on my family member asks to switch venues with me, I'm gonna tell them off. You guys have an amazing week. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, and thank you for watching. Bye.